This has been Strictly Ball Business.
Strictly ball business.
Strictly ball business.
I like that video.
Ah, shit.
Let's talk about three other disappointing teams. You alluded to it. They're dumpster fires. They have three of the best NBA players in the NBA for the last decade. Let's talk about the Nets with Kevin Durant, Lakers with LeBron, or the Warriors with Steph. Which team has disappointed you the most this season?
Yeah. First of all, it's interesting that these are the teams because these are the teams that often get talked about the most with the national pundits, and it's hilarious to see them all struggling, even the Warriors after they won their championship. I think, the most drama has clearly come from the Nets this year, but I think the most surprising dumpster fire has got to be the Golden State Warriors. And, they have got to get it honed in. If any of these teams has excuses, it's not them. Because, they just are fresh off a championship, and they're basically coming into this year with the same team. But you know what? They still have those young guys that aren't getting any minutes that they could have traded and gotten a player that maybe would do something for them. But instead, they're just losing value every day. Of course, James Wiseman, now they've sent to the G League, hoping he can learn some basketball skills. And then what? What's going to happen? You going to finally give him minutes when he comes back? Or are you just going to keep giving him all to Kevin Looney? Moses Moody, where is he? Does he do anything? Jonathan Kuminga seems like he's got some value. But again, is keeping these young guys supposed to be, when Curry's gone, we can keep competing? What's the point of that? Because he's probably going to be in the league another minimum 5 years, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Maybe 6 or 7 more, maybe even more than that. You need to buy in to being as competitive as possible with him, because what else is the point? When he's gone, you're not gonna have a championship competing team unless you have another player like him. So why worry about those days until he's gone? It's just asinine to me. I feel like they've just tried to toe that line of rebuilding and competing at the same time too hard, and they just need to compete.
Yeah. Let's look at these. So right now, the Warriors are 10th in offense. If you had to guess their defense, where would you put them? Where would you think they fall?
Oh my God! Well, they just gave up 70 for the 5th night in a row. So at halftime. So I would think they are 28th in the league.
27th. Very close. A little better.
Yeah.
Do you think this has any effect with Draymond Green?
Draymond Green, I think it doesn't bode well for him, the defensive guru he's supposed to be, and they're that bad at defense. If I'm the Warriors front office, I'm looking at the team, I'm like, well, what are you really doing, Draymond? I thought you made the whole team better defensively. I thought that was your shtick.
Yeah. He's doing fine shooting from the field. Let me look at his rebounds are down. Assists are usually the same way they are.
Yeah, what's his stat line?
He's got he's 8 points a game, 6 rebounds, about 6.5 assists, 2 turnovers, a steal, and a half a block a game, which are all down.
Yeah.
The most disappointing what I'm seeing actually is Klay Thompson, man. Only 15 points a game, but his shooting splits are 35, 33, 81.
Yeah, he's playing horribly. He has more field goal attempts than he has points scored this year. And we were talking points scored this year. We mean 2-pointers and 3-pointers. His field goal attempts only go up by 1. He's got more of that. Oh my God. This guy, he thinks he's just needs to be throwing heat checks up after he's already been 1 for 11 in a game, or 4 of 13. He just keeps throwing heat check type of shots early in the shot clock, or a bad mid-range shot. It's yeah, I get you're Klay Thompson, dude, but right now you're not Klay Thompson. All right?
No, yeah. It's just tough to see. Still making 3.2 3-pointers per game. It's just his efficient. He's almost shooting better from 3 than his field goal. 35 and
that.
33. 35
Oh.
and 33.
That's embarrassing.
He's 2% off from shooting better from three. It's tough.
That's
I mean,
bad.
I think we're just seeing him slower. That's his defense has fallen off too. He's still a plus player, but
His lateral movement is very bad. He cannot turn.
yeah, but he's still a plus player. With all that said, he's still his plus and minus is still plus 4. Plus 3. Who do you think?
So there's hope. There's opportunity to turn it around with him. I think he just got to make those shots.
Who do you think has the worst plus minus on this team?
I'm gonna guess it's Jordan Poole.
James Wiseman. Jordan Poole is second for guys who actually play minutes.
Yeah, I mean, how many minutes per game is that for Wiseman?
13 minutes per game.
Okay, so that's
He's
a decent
minus
amount of
6.5. Minus 6.5.
So that's so rough. Yeah,
Jordan Poole
should have traded him a year ago at least.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Jordan Poole. He's still 16 points per game. He's shooting efficiently, but he's only 33% from 3 too.
And he's a turnstile in defense.
Yeah, he's negative 4.4 on 28 minutes a game.
Very bad at defense.
Yeah. It's tough. They don't really have an answer at the 2 right now because both of them are struggling. I mean, Jordan Poole's scoring fine, but he's never been good at defense. Whereas Klay Thompson, he's been one of the better 2 players of the decade.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, Jordan Poole, you still want coming off the bench because defensively, he's just not good enough to start.
Yep.
But Klay Thompson, you need him to shoot good enough for him to keep being able to be a starting level player. And he's just like taking too many bad shots. I'd love for Steph to reel him in and somehow, I don't know, maybe he's just got a hard head and he's just like convinced he can shoot his way out of this, but he's definitely struggling.
From what I've heard, he just keeps saying, he's like, I didn't play basketball for 2 years. You gotta it'll come back. I'm like, okay, man, I know, but like there's a volume thing. But
yeah, and we're also he played some games last year. He didn't look great last year either, and
not even in the finals
this year.
No.
Yeah.
But last thing on the Warriors, let's talk about your boy. I mean, he's actually really well. Wiggins. He's a plus player. 18 points per game, 49, 40, 74. Or his shooting splits. 49 from the field, 40 from 3, 74 from free throw. Not bad.
He's playing with confidence for sure.
5.5 rebounds. Steph has more rebounds than him. but I think that's more of an effort thing. 1.3 steals, almost a blocking game. I think he's playing like the second best player on the Warriors right now. I mean, he was in the finals. I think that's still apparent here. At some
he's
point,
turning into having a solid career with the Warriors, and he'll be remembered fondly there. Eventually, when they put him down, like the rest of their players.
Last question for them: if you have to put, I'm not saying we put a trade together right now, but if you obviously they have to add a contract to it. Are you attaching Wiggins' contract, Poole's contract, or Thompson's contract to get some more talent in here?
I've tried to trade Thompson or Draymond is probably what I try to do.
Thompson or Draymond?
I mean, Draymond, I understand would be a lot to give up defensively, but I don't think they plan on extending him when his contract's up anyways.
I've seen rumors about OG Anunoby being put in for a Draymond Green trade.
That'd be great. Worth it.
I think they need to find a team defender. That's what they need. Draymond, because that's what he does. Steph Curry's a good defender. Klay Thompson was an elite defender at some point. I think OG's an elite. Yeah, well, I do think they have to move on. OG is an elite defender. I love OG. I don't think he's not a team defender. He's not a vocal team defender. But what do you guys think? Which of those 3 would you trade, or is it still Draymond? Comment that below. Let us know.
That's a wrap for us, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. We love talking about basketball, and you love listening to us. So it's a match made in heaven, I think.